Fifth on my list, if you're first getting to the prison compound, and this is the first camp you get into, one of the very first things that I would make sure that I have or I can get a hold of is layers. And what I mean by that is when you first get to the camp, they're going to give you a state jacket, a state sweater, hat, stripes. They're going to give you a fresh pair of stripes, and they're going to give you a pair of used stripes, fresh pair of boots and a pair of used boots, socks, drawers, all that, your net bag, and all that good shit. Your layers is very important. Now, of course, if you're in a minimum or a medium camp, some medium camps, it go down, but if you close security, level 5, Macon State, Telfair, those type camps, then this applies. Your layers is gonna protect you. Now, of course, it don't make you bulletproof, but it help. Your long john and your t-shirt and about 2 sweaters, state jacket. On the inside of the state jacket, the lining on the inside, you can cut it open at the top with a little razor, and it makes a pocket. A lot of people will get, there's people in there that stitch. They'll get people to stitch lines, to where you can make 2 pockets back there. Just stitch a line across it. You make 2 pockets back there. And with that pocket, you can stick your Bibles back there. You can stick your legal work, whatever the case may be, whatever's thick. You stick it in them little pockets back there, you throw your jacket on. Those Bibles and your legal work, it protects your vital organ. Whenever you fighting or it's going down and there's a war popping off, you definitely want to have as much layers on as possible. Number 6 on the list. Different people do their time differently, man. You got some people that do their time sleeping. Some people do their time trying to get some money. Some people do their time just drinking Bombays, getting tattoos. Different people do their time differently. Don't hesitate to use that law library. This channel don't condone breaking the law. We're merely just trying to give you some insight on that lifestyle, if that is the lifestyle that you so choose to live. Just some insight and, information I wish, a lot more people had access to prior to getting incarcerated. The law library is definitely something you want to take advantage of. During your bid, hit the law library. Learn as much as you can about whatever laws you can. Don't necessarily mean you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to walk out that bitch and be a judge or none of that. But if breaking the law is something that you do, you want to know as much about the law as possible. At least hit that law library once, twice a month. Learn as much about the law as possible. Educate yourself. Don't allow your time in chain gang to be in vain. Gain as much as you can from that time. You can definitely learn how to be a better criminal if that's what you plan on making your career. Either way it go, whatever you do, use your time wisely while you down. If you got a date, a release date, and you getting out one day, you want to be able to use this time and these years that you're spending behind them walls to benefit you. Get in them law libraries and learn that law. Number 7 on the list, drugs. Stay away from them. I'm not talking about weed. Stay away from the drugs. Stay away from the pills, all that other extra shit. Drugs will put you in situations you don't want to be in. If you're prepared to rock out behind whatever could happen, then by all means do what you do. This is just advice. If you're involved in the drugs, make some money off the drugs. You chasing some money, you chasing a high. Same way you would look at it on the streets. You trying to get some money? Get you some money. There's a lot of crazy shit that happens behind drugs. Number 8 on our list, surround yourself with the people that are like-minded as you or in a position you want to get to. Surround yourself with people that's playmakers. Surround yourself with people that can introduce some things to you or sharpen your skills on certain things that can definitely benefit you financially, economically, and not just you, but you can definitely help people at home, your family and loved ones. I've seen a lot of people come into the chain gang and get straight to the money, and they're making thousands behind the wall. They're paying their mortgage, families taken care of, and everything behind the wall. You will be looked at by the administration and by the other convicts on the compound by the people you surround yourself with. You will be judged by that. And people you affiliate with, that is what you'll be judged by. Surround yourself with playmakers. Surround yourself with folk that's seeing some money. Surround yourself with folk that's busting moves. When I was down the road, I tried to get with all the brothers that was, busting moves, show me how to make other plays, show me how to make my play better, get my people to link up with their people in the free world and put a plan together. And this is just my personal opinion. But you want to surround yourself with folk that's getting to the money. You want to surround yourself with folks that's either in a position you're trying to get to, or they got the same mindset you got and trying to gain the same thing you're trying to gain. These are the people you want to surround yourself with. Now, I know a lot of y'all are probably thinking, yeah, this is just, this is common sense and, same thing on the street. It is. It is same thing on the street. You surround yourself with the people that can guide you towards where you're trying to get, or they trying to get to the same place you're trying to get. Y'all got the same mindset. These are the people you want to associate yourself with in the check game. Number 9 on this list, you don't want to give the administration or the compound any reason to know who you are. When the compound is doing their inspections in the morning, the warden walking around, or the LT and CERT team walking around, these are people that you don't want to know who you are. Once the compound and the administration and the CERT team know your name, then you got problems, you got issues. Your name pop up and they'll automatically be at you. You don't want to give these folk any reason to give you any more attention than what's needed. When the folk come through for their inspections and do whatever they doing, let them folk do their job. Ain't no laughing or joking or kikiing with them, none of that, getting to know them, none of that. Now, of course, you can have civil conversations with these folks and you keep it pushing. You don't want these people to know your face. You don't want these people to get used to your name. You don't want these people to get familiar with you. You want to be able to move under the radar. If you're getting some money, you definitely do not want to be known by these administrations. Unfortunately, your record follows you. If you're known at another camp for personal dealings and trying to shoot at the officers, and getting contraband in and all that, whatever the case may be, your paperwork follows you. So a lot of times, if these are things that you're into, getting money, then, if you got in a situation at another camp, then these officers already know what to watch out for with you. But for the most part, you can still fly below the radar if you just stay out these folks' face. All right, so for this last one, I had to change the location due to a little problem I was having with the recording, but we still rocking. So number 10, I want y'all to keep in mind that if you are getting phones, getting tobacco, getting any type of contraband, if you moving anything in the compound, if you dealing with, blue shirts, if you, whatever the case may be, there's certain things that you got to make sure you're still doing to try to keep some of that heat up off of you. All right, so 9 times out of 10, if you have gotten caught with cell phones before, if you've been caught busting moves before, then it's in your file. And if it's in your file, they watching you. And if they watching you, they know if you got a phone or not. Because if you going to the store or you got a box full of food, or 2, 3, 4 boxes full of food, and you can't go to the store because you're on store restriction, then they know you putting money in somebody else's books. They might not do nothing about it, can't do nothing about it, but they know. All right. Also, if you're using phones and shit, you get so used to using that phone to call your people, you don't ever touch that pay phone, and they watching that. So if you getting money in, you getting food in, you living comfortably, but you don't ever make no phone calls, you ain't got no kites going on, they know what's going on, right? It's simple as that. That's just what it is. It's just common sense. So number 10 is make sure you continue to use those pay phones once, twice a week. Keep some money to the side just for your phone. Also send kites out. Once a week, you send a letter out. When they go through your store records and all that, what you buying from the store, they see you buying stamps, you buying, whatever it is that you need to contact your people with, then there you go. How you getting all this in? How you doing this? How you doing that? Man, I talk to my people fuck with me. I call them every week, twice, 3 times a week. You get what I'm saying, man. You get the point. The point is, keep them off of you as much as possible. If you fucking with the phones and you're fucking with the contraband, use they pay phones and write letters. Keep them off for you. Keep them off your back. So I appreciate y'all pulling back up on us here at SUPERMAXX, where it's the difference between a convict and an inmate. We're just trying to keep that shit understood.